everybody, what is up? It's Berlin back with another video for you. So we've got some tea to get into today. I'm just going to start doing my makeup. I just put a little bit of foundation and bronzer on up here. So now I'm going to start with my eyes. So for that I'm going to go into the Blood Money palette, because honestly I don't use this one that much, but I'm kind of feeling like these shades, these dark greeny ones here. This is kind of like a greeny brownie. I think that one looks really nice. So yeah, we're going to start doing my eyes. I'm going to use a little bit of Sensorium Brow Engineer as a bit of a base first of all, and we're going to get into some tea because Tana Mongeau has popped off about James Charles, and it's glorious. It is glorious, honestly. So Tana was on a podcast and she was talking about when she was on video with Bryce Hall, the TikToker, and she shaded James Charles by saying that he was like the most two-faced YouTuber that she'd ever met and everything like that. But then she went on to shade him for his involvement with minors, which, as we all know about James Charles' involvement with minors, sexting minors and everything like that, we all know about that. But Tana was previously friends with James Charles. So now that James has been in all this drama, all this shit, Tana is just not giving two Fs, and she's shading him. She's really going in on him.
I were in a video on the internet. And
I saw it. You're
saying,
like two-faced people, right? And you're like, James Charles.
Yeah, and they were like, why? I was I think he likes kids. And
James Charles?
He was at the party and he left before me because he was like, when's Tana coming? I have to leave. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
Wait, fill me in.
Fill you in on what? James Charles?
Yeah, what's going
why
on?
He should
You
be
haven't
in
heard
jail?
about this. So the James Charles shit.
Yeah, like grooming 14-year-old boys, essentially.
And we were
Grooming
like, we
them.
were friends.
Like, yeah.
It's like such an abuse of power. If you're like
James
using
Charles?
your power
Yeah, I
dynamic
didn't
to
know
like manipulate people
Weird.
and shit. And it's weird. We were just friends for so long and he like would hide so much shit like that from me and just do so much shit that in my opinion, don't want to get sued, that in my opinion wasn't ethical or right. And you know, if I'm someone who's saying like, what you're doing is morally wrong,
It's
you gotta be
wrong.
doing some wrong ass shit.
gotta be-
But our friendship ended like way before his scandal. So for so long, it was almost me getting like shit on. Like, why aren't you friends with him? Like, you must fucking suck.
that's
Like,
annoying.
You know, and him kind of alluding, like, we're not friends because she's lazy and late to things and she sucks. Like, da-da-da.
Whenever
And the
you knew
whole
what was
scandal
going-
went out and I was like,
See? There you go.
When I saw this, I was like, yes, go Tana, speak your mind, go for it. You know, this is one rare occasion where I actually agree with Tana Mongeau. You know, I really don't have a problem with Tana. I think she's quite funny sometimes. Honestly, you know, I do kind of like her in that way. I think she's quite funny. And it was refreshing to see somebody not being afraid to say what they think about James Charles and just, you know, come out with it and just say, well, hang on a minute, he likes kids and he should be in prison. You know, so many big influencers are not saying that. So many of them are kind of shying away from talking about James Charles. You've got people supporting James Charles, like Manny MUA, you know, was posing in James Charles merch not so long ago. So it's nice to see a bigger influencer coming out and saying, actually, no, I don't fuck with James Charles because X, Y, and Z. It's good, you know, it's a good thing to see somebody, even if it's Tana Mongeau, who, yes, has done some questionable things herself in the past. It doesn't matter, you know, Tana is speaking facts with this. Oh yeah, he likes kids, he should be in prison, he should be ashamed of what he's done, all the rest of it. You know, while James Charles has just been back on YouTube recently, you know, starting to upload like twice a week again and not caring what people think, thinking he's just got away with it as usual. No, I'm glad that Tana spoke up and said something.
Like out and about, like
crazy.
what's going on? Is
the
he
other
gonna go
night
to
I was
jail?
like walking into a party and he was outside, couldn't get in, super fun for me, loved that.
wow.
But eventually he got in and I was just like, oh my, like how are you? Yeah. It's shocking to me to see someone like it. Still, it is interesting to me, but also who am I to like be the police?
I would have got ready earlier today, but I was at work. So this thing here that Tana said about being at a party and James Charles not being able to get in, I was like, tea. This is tea. Because this was somebody on TikTok who they came out saying that James Charles showed up to their party. This was something that happened a few weeks ago. James Charles showed up at their party And these people whose party it was were asking people to show like all their social media following so that you could actually get in to the party. And apparently James Charles couldn't get in. According to Tana Mongeau, James Charles couldn't get into this party. Now, James Charles denied these rumours a few weeks ago on TikTok. He commented back to the people who were saying, oh yeah, it was really typical LA stuff. You had to show all your social media following, everything like that. James Charles denied it at the time and said, no, it was nothing like that. You know, blah, 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 blah. It was nothing like that. I didn't have to show anything, blah, blah, blah. But now Tana is saying that A, James ran away from her at the party and he couldn't even get in. James busted ass Charles couldn't even get into the party because people didn't want him there. Bitch, Tana's getting shady and I love it. As a drama channel, I love it. This is what we're here for. I am so thrilled to see Tana speaking out about this. Just, I love it. You know, I think good. When so many people haven't, as I said, you know, big influencers like Manny MUA, you know, particularly, it's like really refreshing to see somebody just speaking up and not being afraid. I love it. Okay, so I've used the bleached Sensorium Brow Engineer to do my cut crease. And now I think I'm going to take a little bit of this tax-free shade, just on a tiny little brush like this, tiny little angled brush, just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to run it along the top line of my cut crease there. But yeah, I am here for Tana calling James Charles the fuck out. Here for it. Let me know what you guys think about that. You know, do you think that more people should speak up about James Charles in terms of like influencers and people who've associated with him? Let me know. And then we're going to move on. Get that down. There we are. And we're going to move on to Trisha Paytas. Because Trisha Paytas is in the drama again, as usual. This time, Trisha is talking about the whole Moses being her assistant thing. Because a lot of people have made jokes about it. Mess, you know, to me this looks like Trisha making another desperate grab at anything to try and take the attention away from Trisha being cancelled by the internet.
Thanks, babe. My assistant, everybody. Just kidding. I gotta do a video. I want to do a video called like I'm marrying my assistant, but we don't even know what we would do. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like he's not my assistant, but it's like, I don't know. I guess he did a TikTok one time about it because we just make a long form of that. People are so freaking crazy. People are just so nuts. Anyways, he's just a wonderful freaking husband that just is amazing and does amazing things for me because he's that. Oh, you gonna model him? Got our onesies. All right.
Okay, so now I think I'm going to dip into this Secret Stash shade here. This kind of metallic-y dark green. It's kind of like a black green. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to dip into this just a little bit. And I'm going to start putting that here. But yeah, I was just like, wow, Trish. This is another typical Trisha, you know, making a grab for attention. As usual. And then, just to make things worse, Trish didn't stop there. There was more. Oh, of course, you know, there were the TikToks. TikToks upsetting the vegan community once again because the dimwit didn't realise that honey came from bees and that wasn't vegan. Oh my god, Trish, how can you be that dumb girl that you don't know honey from bees, therefore is not vegan? I don't know.
I love chai latte so freaking much. But I hate people. Actually, it's almond milk, so it's not cow pus. And honey, no bees were harmed in the making of honey. Okay, pause to read. I would just like to formally apologize to bees. Like, what? No, seriously. Throwing this bee killing tea away. Trash.
And then we're going to grab some of this Divine Intervention shade. Sorry, I'm holding it like, there you go, you can see it now. This kind of white with minty green kind of reflex in it. And I'm just going to pop that at the front of my cut crease area here. Ooh, minty. I don't want too much mint in this look, but a little bit. Just in the front area there. And then I'm going to take a matte shadow in between these two. So let me grab that brush. And I think we are going to take in there. I think we're going to take the Private Island shade, which is like a kind of sandy browny colour. And just start to blend here. We're going a little bit weird today, but that's okay. I decided to pack on this Emerald Estate colour on my lid, so that is what the green is up there. And now I'm going to take a wipe and just clean up underneath there. Now don't worry, they are biodegradable makeup wipes. I don't use non-biodegradable ones. So let me know what you think about all of the drama with Tana Mongeau actually really calling out James Charles, and Trisha Paytas, of course, still acting up, being Trisha, being a little bit crazy, you know. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is one upper eye done. I'm going to disappear because my dinner is actually nearly ready right now. But I'll be back later on with another video for you. So I'm going to say goodbye. Take care. Stay safe. Stay well. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.